Hey guys, so I just want to quickly go over the one thing that's keeping you from actually delivering great results for your clients, right? And the thing is your model. So if you just came here to discover that one thing, it's just your delivery model, right? You're not able to actually get the results for your client because you're trying to do everything yourself, but you probably have like either no experience or not enough experience and not enough data to actually get these customers the results that they came for, right? So if you're doing something like done for you, if you're like starting out this journey, then everything needs to be done by you, right? And you need to keep high margins because these big influencers, they say keep 90% margins, keep a lean business model, right? Which means that if you don't actually want to actually spend on your clients when they give you the money, right, then you don't do anything, you don't do everything that you can for your clients, which means your clients are going to get bad results, which means one, that you're not going to get a case study, right? So you can't market based on the case study. You won't have testimonials. It's going to be very hard to actually know if that offer even works, right? And you're going to have a worse reputation in the market. If you have a bad reputation, then you're not going to get meetings, right? If everyone's saying that this one agency or this one consultant, this one coach, right, this one B2B company, they're not getting me the results. They promised me this, but they couldn't get me that, right? Then you're not going to get meetings because I was in the mortgage niche before when I used to run my SMMA, and I saw a post, right, like I just got a call from Variance Marketing, which is a marketing agency here in Toronto, and everyone in the comments were saying don't pick up, they're scammers, right? Almost every single one of them, right? They have a bad reputation. Now obviously with enough volume they can probably overcome that, but that's not a good spot to be in, right? And the thing is, if you have no meetings, then you're not going to have any attention. And without attention, there's no business. Because if you have no one who knows about you, how are you going to sell someone, right? You can only sell someone that knows about you. It's kind of like the limiting constraint on everything. If you have, let's say you had access to PewDiePie's YouTube channel, right? And you can post whatever you want on there. Then even if you post a direct offer, like, hey, if anyone owns an agency here, come hop on a call with me, I'll sell you, right? Or hey, if anyone owns like a dental practice, hop on a call with me, right? The very first of all, there's gonna be so many people, there's so much attention there, right? That's probably going to go viral on its own. Like, hey, someone has PewDiePie, someone's trying to sell the service, the SMMA service, or whatever on there, right? And there's so many people like on his channel and so much attention that's coming through that you're gonna get some sales easy. Out of like, I don't even know how many subscribers he has now. He has like 130 mil or something, right? He probably has more. It's not like, I don't know, like when the last time I checked it was, but out of 130 million, right? Let's take a look at that. 130 million, right? And let's say we have, so this is 0%. Let's say we have 0.001% conversion rate. 1,300 clients, right? Okay, let's actually, okay, so let's say only 0.1% of his audience is your target, let's say even lower than that, 0.01% of his audience is your target market, right? And then let's say that you can only get like 0.1% of them, on a sales call, and you can only convert at, 20%, then that's 2 clients. And this is like the worst case scenario, right? But here's the thing, if you have no attention, let's say you can get half the people you talk to on a call with you, right? And let's say that you can convert 70% of the clients that, the people that hop on meetings, right? You still have 0 clients. If you have 1, then you have 0.35 clients, right? So if you have no attention, then you have no business. So the new model that you can actually leverage here, right? It's called build and release. So it's somewhat like done with you plus setup, or another way you can do it is done with you plus commission. So basically, you build everything that's needed for your success for your clients, right? Which means that you can spend more because it's a one-time setup. You're not doing this per month. You're not doing this like per appointment, per lead, right? Which means margins matter less because you can spend more. This is one-time setup, and you just want to get them the best results possible, right? So the client gets everything that they need to succeed. And on top of that, you can provide low price but high value services after the fact, right? So something like you can schedule an hour-long coaching call with me once a month for a year after the release, right? And I have this friend that used to run an SMMA, right? He did websites, and he did the same thing, this build and release offer with a vape shop in his area, right? And he gets paid commission. I think he gets paid 5% commission per sale on the website, right? So that's Trevor, and he set that up through Stripe, I think, and this is a split that goes to him every single day, right? Whenever there's a sale. So let's say, I mean, he lives in a pretty big town. He's in Texas, right? I forgot exactly where. College Station, I think. I don't know, but let's just say it's a small town, right? 100,000. I mean, 100,000 is not a very small town, but like, let's just say like that, right? Let's say that out of the town, only about 20% of the people are of the age of smoking, like, from 16 to like 25 or 6, right? Let's say that's the demographic. It's only 20% of people in that area who fit that age range. And let's say out of those people, there's only 5%, let's just say like 4% of people who actually vape, right? Because not everyone's a vapor. And let's say that they only get out of these people, let's just say they only get like 10% of these people over lifetime, right, of the the campaigns running, all the attention. They only get 10% of the people that actually show up to the website and buy something. And let's say I don't know how much a vape costs, but let's say like $100. And then he gets paid 5%, right? So that's $400 just per month that he gets from the sales, right? Let's say that like they're actually a little bit better and they can get more attention. They have better Facebook ads, just like a lot more targeting. Just like whatever they do to just make it better. Let's say that they can convert like 20%, then $800, and then this is like per month commission that he gets from sales. Let's say that, okay, let's just go back to that 10% figure, and let's say that he's in a big city. So College Station, I don't know how big that is, but let's just say he gets a client from a pretty big city, 1 million people, $4,000 per month. And that's after the actual setup fee that he charged, which was I think $5,000. So $5,000 plus, let's say $4,000, or at the very least $400 per month, just from commissions per sale. That's pretty good, right? Because I assume like vapes, they probably break or something, or like they have to purchase like the liquid or whatever, right? So basically, this is actually what we do as well. We do build and release, so we can spend more on clients to actually get them better results. So they're gonna get better results. Their scaling for us is gonna be easier. Scaling for them is also gonna be easier because they have all the systems. They know how to run everything. So obviously, if the CEO knows how to knows how things work at the basic level, then they're gonna be able to actually continue and do that like often, right? They're gonna be able to scale that. They're gonna be able to like know the basic things, so they can hire people to actually do that. It's just a lot better if they know how to do it, right? But if it's done for you, then they won't know anything about it, and when something breaks, it's on us, which I guess is good because we know how the system works. We know how to actually fix it, right, if anything breaks. But in the long run, the business owner, the CEO that we work with, they're not going to actually be able to scale with it because they don't know what it is, right? They have to learn everything just from scratch. So if it's build and release, they will learn everything, and they'll be able to actually manage the system. And things can be done over time, so everything doesn't need to be built at the moment, right? this is actually part of our offer. So first thing that we do is we actually build in a better offer for the client, something to make it high ticket to actually get more results. And after that, we'll actually start the outreach campaign. So 200 to 300 messages per hour. And if they hire out VAs, then one VA can send like 1,000 messages per day, right? Which is pretty good. But basically, we just slowly roll these things out, right? So because it's build and release, we'll keep on building with them. It's kind of like done with you for that period of time. And then once they get the hang of it, then we release them. And then we can, get paid for these small, like right here, low price, high value services after the fact of releasing them, right? And yeah, the client learns to actually manage the system. And let's say that they actually are super busy. They know how it works though, but they just want us to actually manage it because they couldn't find anyone else to manage it properly, right? So we can upsell them into done for you. So we have data and experience from build and release, right? From BNR. We know what's needed. We know that 80-20 to actually succeed because we've seen so many people from the build and release, right? And we can now actually take everything into our hands and make sure that success is near impossible if we hire out every possible position, right? Let's say, for example, if you saw one of my last videos, I showed how to actually go through the VSL strat and get qualified meetings, right? Let's say that they don't want to actually record the VSL for each individual prospect, right? Then if it's in our hands, then we can hire for that. We can hire someone to actually create the videos for them, something like a spokesperson, right? When Alex Hormozi wanted to sell his company, Gym Launch, he hired, he didn't hire, but he had his general manager record the Facebook ads with him for a while, and then he eventually only had him on the Facebook ad, and it started performing just as well. So you can do stuff like that, right? And that's basically just the benefits of build and release. So this is something that you should probably take into consideration as a delivery model for getting better results, because if you're not going to be doing this and you're going to have all of these problems of done for you, and you're not going to be able to actually afford, scaling, you're not going to be able to actually have time, you're just going to be stuck in the trap of client work, right? And you're never going to be able to scale with something that you don't even know works, right? And at least with build and release, if it doesn't work, then they still have the system on their own, they know how to manage it, right? And then at that point, they know what they can actually do to make it improve, right? But instead, then it's just you, and if you're a beginner, then obviously you're not going to have enough experience and you're not going to know how to actually make it better, right? But if you're seasoned, then obviously the build and release offers is going to be a little bit better, because it's kind of like a lead magnet in a way. You can build everything for them, you can release them, you can upsell them later down the line. But if you're interested, then you can join my Facebook group. I'll actually show you how to get more meetings through automations. I'll also help you build your offer out, and later down the line, I'll build you a community and a system to just get a lot more appointments, even without a cold outreach. And if you're interested in that, then just join the Facebook group. It's free. I'll show you how to actually set up the automations, and yeah, if you're interested, there'll be a link below.